have selected something. In order to deal with the situation, you have selected specific architecture that is technologically advanced, and this
mitigate the risk.
You have got the solution, right? So this is the reason for that mitigation.
Mitigation of the risk.
Go one by one. We will not accept it because there is a scenario. Transfer the risk. I'm not outsourcing to anybody. Transfer is for what purpose? Transfer is for
insurance or the safety or the
outsourcing to somebody, insurance and all that. You are not doing it. Like cloud server, give to the cloud server, let them handle. We are not doing it. Third is avoid the risk. No, I want it because without the cloud, without this location, this service, disaster center, it will not work. What is left is mitigate. Let's see, is possible or not. You have did the mitigation by giving the alternate solution.
Okay.
Abhik, is it correct?
yes, sir.
Yeah, correct. I thought location cannot be compromised, changed. So I'm selecting something. So from there, I thought it is transfer.
See, you have to read the question because they will give a scenario, right? So you should not have. See, what you are thinking is not correct. What is written is correct. So based on that, why I am giving one question. Reason being, we have done quickly. So therefore, this booklet is just for a quick revision. It should not be like I have taught something that's related to this. No. So this gives you idea about that. That was the purpose of this. Then,
sir, the question answer is like this: that there is a one risk, and against risk we have mitigated. That design will be made like such that risk can be mitigated or minimized. Right?
So if you change the scenario again, thing will change.
No. I mean this question is say that there initially there is a risk. Against risk we have mitigated by changing the architecture design.
Correct.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah. Therefore, it is mitigate risk. The name has come mitigate risk. Charan Singh, I will come to this in the slide. Just give me 2 minutes. I will come back to this point. So like that, but I don't want to give too many questions here because anyway, today I am going to have a section wise also. Then we talked of the quality. In that we have discussed about cost of quality. That was very important. Yesterday we talked about that. And then there is something approach is there. I have already provided you some extra details in this booklet 07. You can go to, for example, ISO 9000 if you want to know something more on that. Though it is not important, but at least this is there. And these are the things. We also talked about TQM, Six Sigma, right? And Kaizen. But I have given you something extra, voice of customer, which is may read. If you don't want, don't read also. But usually I give little extra because in the examination we don't know about that. And the Six Sigma, earlier in the scheduling we talked about 1 Sigma, 2 Sigma, 3 Sigma. And here I am mentioning 6 Sigma also, just for quality purpose. So in the quality, I have given only one question so far. Probably you can try it whenever you have time. And then finally, we have to go for lesson wise, this final integration. And then we will go for question answer before I go to that. But there was a point from Charan Singh, and let me go to the slide and talk about. So this was the slide. Not this. Yeah. So you were asking about this, right, Charan Singh?
Negative risk.
Slideshow. Negative risk and positive risk. Actually, the negative risk are called threats and positive risk are called opportunities. Right. So when and most of the time it is threat. Risk is, we always say it will happen, something like that. So always risk is there, right? But opportunities are positive risk. So what you wanted to know from me?
No, I mean just slight. Quick note on the difference.
Yeah. Just this is mentioned here. So in 07 also you can see it. Good.
Okay, the blue side is positive and the
There's nothing
opportunity.
like there's nothing like blue side. Somebody will give you a different black and white, then you will be
No,
confused.
no. I mean, just the point on threat side is positive, negative, and opportunity side is positive.
Right, exactly.
Right.
And in threat you have a transfer, in opportunity you have a share. You have to be careful. If they confuse, you should not get a response. I will give you one question also today itself. You'll get a little more idea of this. Quality we have talked, and then finally, so we have talked all the processes, 24 processes. Now the thing is that you are doing it takes time. Big work is there, it takes a lot of time. Now when all the things are ready, it is a semi-cooked. Now you need to do the integration of scheduling, risk, costing and all. Probably when you integrate it, you will find I have added something in the risk, but I have not considered in the budget, right? It may happen. I might have added something in the scope, but it is not taken care in the planning. So what you should do, you try to, you have to involve all the HODs from various departments and all. They have to sit together. Then they have to integrate the plan, and then it will become the draft plan. You have to finalize the plan. You have to sync everything. That is called integration. There, the importance of the project director is very important, because at the end of the day, project director duty is to make sure that everybody is in sync, because he or she is accountable for the project. So the person should know everything on that. So what we do, overall the scope, schedule, budgets, resource, quality and risk plans must support the desired outcome. So it has to be linked with that. An integrated view of all the plans can identify and correct the gaps and discrepancy. In case any gaps are there anywhere, that can be also taken care in that. So reworks also take a lot of time. It is not that you have done a project management plan and all. Every plan has to map with that. The mapping is very important. Align, not mapping, align is the right word. Align effort and highlight how they depend on each other, so the team can work better. Help assess and coordinate the project during its life cycle. The result of this step is an integrated project management plan. So what you are making it, you are making actually the integrated project management plan. Now the problem in the integration is you have to consider the waterfall also, you need to consider the agile also, hybrid, everything also you have to look. It's not that only you are planning it, how you are doing it, that is important. In the normal, at the end of the planning stage, combine all the planning results from the knowledge area. You just make it that this is specific to the project manager. This task cannot be delegated. So the project manager or director should totally integrate it. But when you look at the hybrid, so plan the integration also in that there will be some integration will happen, some agile part will come from various planning element, adopt it while working. You have to see some flexibility has to be there in the integration plan. So that you have to question in the plan itself, that in between we'll have this agile planning and all, and you have to take the information from the subject matter expert. In the adaptive process, the agile ceremonies provide the structure of the continuously integrate plans and all. It means what is happening is you are having a complete plan, but in between there will be agile ceremonies, so you have to add it like that. Is agile ceremonies are there. Now, you have made the plan, everything is fine, but what happens is, in case somebody is saying for change and all, what you should do it, you should also have you are having a risk management plan also, but in case change is there, change is not a risk. Change means something extra comes in that, which is valuable, which is required for the project, which is required for the project objective. Then you should have a plan for the change management, right? So you should have a process. So the thing is that who can propose a change? You have to mention that who can. Everybody cannot, on the road somebody is coming, you do this, you do that. Not possible. You have to define who can propose a change, what exactly constitutes of a change. So what should be there in the change, and if the project baselines and it's already there, then you have to see what is the extra things are changed. One very important part in the examination point of view is that the changes cannot be for which is not there the objective of the project. Suppose the objective of project is to run a train, you cannot have a or you cannot have a airport as a change in that. That is not possible. Objective is for the train means it's a rail. It cannot be anything more than that. Maybe some small tweaking you can do, that is called change. What is the impact on the change on the project objective? That also you have to look at. What are the steps to evaluate the change request before approving and all? Somebody has to approve also. What would be the step? How much money is required? Well, all those things has to be written in the change management plan. Who has the authority to approve the various types of changes? When the change request is approved, what project document will be recorded as the next section? Because you have to do some design and all. You have to write the list. So what you should do, you should maintain a change log. Change log is nothing, but it is the index of the change, that is called change log. I'll give you a scenario also. The scenario over here is, suppose you are doing a same smart city project and some the very, very senior person, director, wanted to have a change in the maybe as the education sector, something like that. And he said, if changes are there, definitely we have to look at that. So what happens is, there is a body called Change Control Board, and they decided that, okay, this is not possible. Now this gentleman who met you in the first month of the project execution, after 6 months again he came across, and then he said, what happens about my sin? I have asked for something, you have not done it. Now, if you are maintaining an index of change log, means if you're writing all these changes, requests and all, and putting a status, straight away you can say, sir, this was not approved or this was approved. So you will get a pending list that, somebody is requested, senior members are there, who can propose a change? Yes, director can propose a change. If you have a tracker list and all, change log is also like a tracker list. So you will get an idea that, okay, on this day you have requested. Now if it is not approved, this is your duty to inform to that fellow also that, sir, this is not approved by the board. So you are not an authority, you are a part of the board. So you say, sir, as per board is not, in case you want it, you have to go to board, again approach and all. So therefore the change log is a very, very important factor. And
if there is some miscellaneous small change, then project manager can do that, that which is not affecting the economic or the cost or the timeline.
Yeah. See, there are two kinds of changes. If it is a very, very minor things are there, which is not affecting the time, which is not affecting the, the cost, which is not affecting the quality in the sense, whatever was there, it is not affecting, he should do it because it is a good for the project. So these things will come. Small things are okay. But if it is changing the duration, if it is changing the baseline, definitely they have to go to board for the approval. How will you monitor these actions to confirm? So in the plan, you have to write properly all those things that becomes your change management plan. Now, one is change management. Second is for the complexity and changes. Something becomes very, very complex, which was not considered. It's a 2-year project. Is there something very, very complex? It is not a change. You are not able to solve it. It's very, very tough things are there. Maybe you have a big rock and you have to remove it. Now, you never thought of that, but it happens. Some complexity is there. So for that, what we should do? These are the suggestions. This is not applicable in each and every project, but these are the suggestions. What you should do? Decouple. Disconnect part of the system to simplify and reduce the number of connected variables. So if you decouple it, make a small portion and try to find out that, how can I take care of this complexity. Simulation. Use the simulator, as yesterday we have talked about, Monte Carlo, that kind of simulator, and put the data and try to find out, if I do this, what will be the answer? If I do this, what will be the answer? Maybe you will get some solution. These are some of the suggestions what they are trying to do it. So if you look at the big hill, You have to, disconnect the parts and all and simplify it. Second thing is reframe the problem is view the system from different angle and see, how can I so you are struggling for a day and day and day, and finally you're not able to find out the solution. Think in a different way and then try to see out of the box thinking, we say, based on that, try to solve it. Balance. Reconsider the type of data used, right? So what happens is you are maintaining the same kind of data and trying to see solutions are not coming. Change the data, change the scenario, and based on that again you try. You may get the answer. That's called may. It is not, everything is not possible, but these are the out of box thinking. Now, in the process also you can do plan iteratively or incrementally. Add feature one at a time, one by one, keep on giving the solution. Probably you, in the beginning, you are confused. Maybe when you're going incrementally, slowly, then you will see that, it is possible to do it. Really engage with the stakeholder. You meet with the stakeholder, talk to them. You may get some solution. And sometime, if failure happens, you should not be, sometime if you are fail in some area, doesn't mean that solution is not there. Maybe a solution is very near to that. Again, you try 2 times, 3 times, probably you will get a right answers on that. So these are some of the complexity and plan that you can always look at for the organization level, for the human behavior level, uncertainty, ambiguity, any area. You may consider these things, which people are doing it, but again, because we have to teach each and everything, therefore this slide came in between. How to approach the complex plans. Instead of planning, rely on the tailoring, adaptability and resilience, right? I mean, something modifications are required, not necessarily that, copy paste and, do it. Adopt the mindset of the framework that prioritize the collaboration over instruction and control. So it's not only instruction driven processes are there, maybe based on the experience and all, based on the collaboration with people and all, you may have to do the changes in that. Smart city of city A is different than the smart city of city B. So you have to have a tailoring. Yeah. So this is all about lesson number 3. But the important part in this lesson 3 is not mentioned here. Once it